Welcome to the Mind Your Business podcast with Dr. Shelley Crampton and Mikayla Love. We'll be tackling holidays part 2, politics and grief.
Politics and grief.
Politics and grief.
What a
some
combo.
heavy crap right there.
What a combination there.
Mercy.
I think part of the conversations are you have to decide in your mind what is worth it to you. And if your goal is always to change someone's mind about something, you're kind of fighting a losing battle.
Let's discuss why people take politics so seriously. And it might shed some light on and make the conversation softer, maybe.
Yeah.
So why do people take politics so seriously?
Because it affects every area of life for them. And some people think in broad terms, some people think in narrow terms. And often they can't see the opposite way. Mm-hmm. And so it becomes very personal because it is a passion. And I don't have a problem with passion. I think it's great.
And when something speaks to your core values,
mm-hmm.
and you relate to that,
yes,
it becomes personal, but also it becomes like a pathway in your brain.
It's a limbic thing.
Yes. It becomes part of, or feels like it's part of who you are.
Yes.
Because you have thought about it, you've filed it away, and it hit a core belief.
It's your limbic language, like we've discussed before, when the limbic system turns on and you go, oh, I relate to that. Mm-hmm. It's limbic. It's going between two people too. Mm-hmm. Their limbic system speaking to your limbic system. So it does actually become a part of you.
Yeah.
And, there's stuff on both sides of the aisle, so to speak, that have a way of looking at human beings that is the same, but spoken in a different language. And sometimes it's completely polar opposite. So when that happens, I think people get in a spin cycle of it's all this or it's all that.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
100%. I mean, it's like children, right? When you're in school, you're told, you're given a situation, let's say when you're learning how to problem solve, right? Or even how to do math sometimes. Here's the problem.
This is the only way you can do this problem.
Yeah. This person's going to do it this way and they want the same answer. They want an answer, but how they get there is different. And sometimes the answer is different. When it's an opinion, it changes things.
Well, and I think that's the thing is I think people start to call all opinion fact.
Yeah.
And they think they're right. So I always ask this question, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? You know what I mean? Do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? I think that's an old Dr. Philism, probably from junior high for me. You know what I mean? So, but really, it is a fair question in these scenarios when there's family involved that believe differently. In your own home, with your own family, with your own friends, with your own coworkers, that you get to decide all of that. And really in your family, you do too. But do you want to be right or do you want to be happy in this moment?
Yeah.
I don't think it's right or wrong to talk about it or not talk about it. And I think there's no need in arguing that point. I think it's you get to decide, is this a battle I wish to die on? Is this a hill I need to die on?
If it's your parents, you are now an adult and you got the choice to have different values.
Yeah.
And you got the choice now. You have the choice and you're not going to change them because it is who they are. If you start looking at it like
they've incorporated that into
who
their
they
verbiage.
Are. Yes. And it's like, okay, I can back off because I'm not going to change it.
Yeah.
And I've gotten to make the choice. I have the freedom to make the choice to believe differently. And if it wasn't safe to start with, it's probably not safe to share with. I love it, Shelley.
I need a pillow. I'm getting a pillow. I'm embroidering that on a pillow.
Yeah, so true though. Cause like if their beliefs did not sit right with who you were and you had to live under those
Yeah.
thoughts or
Yeah.
values, and now it's swung the other way. You are not going to change them, and you're even sharing with them is going to cause issues.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's worth it.
Yeah.
Like you said,
I
to
love it.
interrogate them.
Oh my gosh,
or
it may not even
instigate.
sometimes it's not even what I really believe.
Yeah.
Sometimes I might actually agree
Devil's
with them on some
advocate.
things, but I'm like, oh my gosh, can you
Mhm.
believe what the
Yes.
president's doing? Or, oh my gosh, can you believe what the president's doing? It doesn't
Yeah.
matter what side
It
they're
doesn't
on.
matter.
I can say it with just a different inflection, and it'll piss everybody off.
Yes. No, it's true. And look, and there are some things that you can't even argue sanity with in some of these political things
Huh.
where you go, that's not even like, that shouldn't even be in the conversation. That's so stupid that it
Mhm.
should not even be in the conversation. I get it. And I feel that way about a lot of things. I choose in my practice to be pretty neutral. And I
Mhm.
get a lot of flack for that, by the way. And
Really?
yeah, in the psychological community, they think you should be taking these stands. I do take stands. I don't take political stands.
Mhm.
I just don't. I feel like I am supposed to be for human beings, and I'm supposed to be loving, and I'm supposed to be attuned to their needs.
That's how I kind of look at it. Is like I don't care.
Mhm.
I really don't care
No.
where you stand, and
Mm-mm.
I really don't care where I stand. One day it may be one thing.
No,
I
for
really,
real. Yeah.
But the most important thing when a person's in my office is them.
Them. Yeah.
I am for them
Yes.
and their best interest, and if that aligns with this,
Yes.
then
Yes.
I am all for that for you. Like
Yes.
I love that about you because I'm for you.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that.
Yeah, there were a lot of discussions happening in some of our groups online and stuff. And a lot that was being said is if you're this, you shouldn't even be a therapist. If you're that,
Oh.
you shouldn't even be a
Well,
therapist.
that's not very kind.
No. I was even like, I mean, it took me, that's not our job.
No.
I mean, my job
Maybe
is
the people saying
help-
that shouldn't be a therapist because that's not nice.
well, we don't want nice. Remember nice.
Well, it's not kind either.
No,
It's
I know.
inappropriate for a therapist to be talking like that.
They do. And sometimes that's why we get a bad rap. And people actually talk about us when we're not doing things.
I mean, behind my closed doors, I don't have to be therapist-y.
Right.
But I ain't going on a public platform
Mm-mm.
to criticize other people. That's so rude.
Yeah, it's interesting. I actually saw
I think I want to beat them up. Oh, that's not very therapist-y.
I'm like, did you just say the exact thing that they were doing? Okay, anyway. No, I get it. Look, and I think it's just a difference in perspective. And I come from that perspective more than I come from any other. I just feel like that's your time.
Mm-hmm.
It is your time.
Mhm.
And I want you, if you feel that way, I may not agree with you,
Mhm.
but it's not my job to fix that for you.
Right.
It's my job to help you work your own way through that and
Mhm.
come to whatever decision you need to make for you.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mhm.
I know I say, does that make sense a lot? I was criticized
does
for that
make
also.
It does make sense.
I'm making sure when I say that, just so everyone out there knows, I am saying that because I'm not sure I'm being clear.
Yeah.
Does that
That's
make
how,
sense?
That's how I interpret that when you say that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
So when it comes up, because
Mhm.
it's going to, because
Oh,
the
yeah.
state of our
Yes.
country, somebody inevitably is going to say something either off the cuff or purposefully to
Mhm.
start a conversation about it, and you don't believe the same way as them. What are your suggestions?
I think you just get to decide. Again, it's back to you deciding.
Yeah.
And sometimes I will open up the conversation and say, I don't know about that, you know? And it depends on who it is again.
I mean, how fighty are they?
Yeah.
How fighty are they?
How fighty.
I mean, sometimes
That's
I
the
go
technical
for the
term.
fightiest one. I'm like, look at that. When I even said the president's name, the rage or
Mhm.
the defensiveness.
Yeah, both.
Like,
yes.
I'm going to defend him or I'm going to.
Yeah. And there's room. Listen, there's room in the middle. There's room in the middle. There really is.
That's why every family needs one of us that we just don't care and just want to get everyone worked up and then walk away.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa, that seems a little diagnosable.
Drop that and
That
sit
seems like a
back here.
personality cluster there.
Hey.
No, I'm just kidding.
I don't really actually have anyone like that in my
No.
family, but also
No.
they know me, so they're like, we
Well,
aren't even going to dignify
listen,
that with a response.
I've seen
Mikayla.
people have the same reaction about the Dallas Cowboys, so it's okay. I have. In my family, we're Steelers fans. Do you know how well that goes over at Thanksgiving? You know what I mean? My point in that is this. I think you just get to decide, is this something I want to spend energy and time on? And sometimes I'll be very honest with you. Yes, it is.
Mm.
Sometimes I'm that passionate. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I'm going to have to. I feel like I want to say that, you know? And it's okay if they come at me, you know? That's not my choice. That's their choice. And then sometimes, again, I choose, I don't have any energy left to even deal with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things that we take it so personally because, again, it lines up so much with us that it feels like an attack on us when somebody says
It's
something
not.
against.
Yeah.
And so if you can separate that, which is really hard to do because politics are so intertwined in your brain and intertwined in your core of what you believe.
Yeah.
But it can it always feels like an attack.
When you just look at it as information.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe information I don't like.
And maybe information that person's an idiot.
No, but that's true. I mean, really, sometimes, that's why you do the side thing. Huh?
Interesting. That's an interesting.
Curious. I'm curious about.
I'm curious, but I don't want to have any other follow-up questions.
I'm good. As Gracie would say, none for me. None for me.
Thank you.
That's fair. That's fair.
I will not be having seconds.
I will, no, thank you. Or when someone says something you don't like, no, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm good. No, thank you.
So
I kind of like that response,
like that.
actually.
I do too.
It reminds me of a Stevie Nicks concert. May I share? So Stevie Nicks,
amazing.
Yeah, and it's rock concert. She was on her own then, and we were at a place that was a little more dignified than like an arena or something like that. But it was still a rock concert, right? So my best friend and I were singing because that's what you do at concerts, right? And we were standing, and everyone else around us was seated. And you do have the right to do that. Trust me, I have been through this like 455 million times, even with kids who I'm like, they should have a right to stand right there. If that is your seat, you have a right, legally binding, to stand in front of that seat, even if everybody around you seated. You do. So stand up or don't, right? So we were standing up, we were singing, and it was really good. And some of the people were standing with us, some weren't. But the lady in front of us decided she was at the opera or something and turns around and goes, shh, like that. And see, I have different parts of Shelley, right? That Shelley is a multi-layered person.
You are an onion.
And used to, there was a side of Shelley that may have been a little more aggressive. I
like aggressive Shelley.
She's scary.
She needs to come
She's
out
kind of
every
scary.
once in a while.
Every now and then she comes out. It's pretty rare, but
I would say that this would warrant aggressive Shelley.
It's Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So we're seated, and so I sat back down because I thought, oh, okay, maybe I am singing loud, but I really wasn't because we weren't singing loud. We were just standing. And so then I immediately thought, sit down. I don't know why, but people pleaser Shelley came out. And then I stood back up because then everybody else was kind of standing up. And then the lady did it again.
No.
And got onto us and actually said, y'all need to be quiet and you need to sit down. And this is all my friend and I did. You ready? I'm going to do it right to the camera.
Yeah.
That was it. And we didn't talk about what we were going to respond like. It just, both of us just did it. So sometimes that is the best answer.
Yeah.
I wish I had done more of a head tilt. Maybe I did. And just stared and didn't say one word and didn't sit down and didn't stop.
Good for you.
You know what I mean?
Proud of you.
So sometimes it doesn't warrant a response.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So maybe that's how we approach the politics now, to the good and awful.
I like it.
How do we honor our grief during this?
Ooh.
Yeah. In short, we'll make it in short. So we do have a post up on Facebook right now that I wish people would participate in, and maybe I'm going to encourage you to do that. And actually, LaShanda posted it, and I responded because I was like, oh, that's a good opportunity to honor someone and to say you're thinking about that person this season. I would love if people would just go on there and just put their person's name.
Yeah.
And you don't have to write more than that. But sometimes that's how we honor our people, is just saying their name.
Yeah.
And saying that's who we miss. And so I hope everyone will have space to find a way to honor their person.
Yeah.
Or people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so hard when you've lost somebody to do traditions.
Normal things. Yeah. Normal things are never normal again.
Nope.
And so especially like my mom was probably the happiest at Christmas. She was a big she loved Christmas stuff, and she was the gift giver. She was the, she just loved it. It was her thing. I mean, any opportunity to give a gift, she would even invent holidays. I know someone similar to that, but anyway, yes, I will invent a holiday to give you something. I swear. I'll be like, it looks like it's your 6-month anniversary of your birthday. Aren't you excited? Do you want a cake? I mean, but really, and she was like that. And so that element, that energy is missing. It doesn't mean we don't all have things that we contribute, but for our family as a whole, that person will be missing. And so you feel that lack of presence. So yes, I think sometimes you do some of the same traditions, and we're going to try to do one tradition that's just totally different.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel exactly the same.
Yeah.
Does that sound? I mean, I think honoring them in the way that you need to honor them is always appropriate.
One thing,
and everybody does it differently.
Was really a big thing in my family was it started with just my grandparents and my immediate family. On Christmas Eve, we would have crab. We would have crab boil, and my grandpa loved it. He loved shrimp. He loved crab, and he loved like specific cheeses and like meats. And then it grew to like extended family, and then like even neighbors were coming. Like it grew into this huge thing, and we always still had the crab. And my dad was just bothered by it. It was hard for him because that was the thing that was shared so intimately, and it grew, and it was wonderful while he was still with us, and we had all these people. And then it became one of those things where my dad was like, I just don't want to do the crab anymore. We can do the shrimp cocktails, and we can do, the cheeses to honor him, but it's like, he's not here. Yeah. But I want to keep this tradition. Yeah. But something needs to change a little bit because it's too painful. Yeah. Or I want to keep that there. I don't want it to change. I don't want that memory to change.
You don't want it to morph into something else. Yeah, I get that.
And you're kind of protective of it. Like, that's my memory and
of
now,
my dad.
Of my dad. And now other people are involved in it, and I want it to be this. And I'm not saying that's what he felt, but that's how I kind of felt about it. Yeah. And so I think that that's always something to look at too. And maybe not the first Christmas, but maybe as time goes on and maybe people are added to the family, and it's like, okay, we're going to set this part of it aside for us to look back on. Sure. And we can still do this part. Yeah.
And I think that's just a family preference and a family decision. And I like that you could evaluate that together. You know what I mean? Like it needs to be, you're never going to be able to do what everybody wants to do in it. Yeah. But I do think you need to have some tradition that you keep, some that you create a new one, and some that you just know, I don't want to do that at all.
It's too hard.
It's just too much. And it's too much of them not being present. I get it. Yeah. And listen, however anybody needs to grieve, that's how you grieve. Yeah. People ask me all the time, how do you grieve? How do you walk? You feel, and you don't push it to the side. And when it's a bad day, I say it's a bad day. When it is, when I'm saying, look, I'll be honest with you, I'm not here. I'm doing my best today. I'm just trying to be honest about it. Now, I'm not always honest about it because no one wants to walk around going, I sucked today and I sucked yesterday and I also sucked the day before.
But it's okay.
But it is okay. It is okay. I'm just not great at that. You know, I'm still learning that.
Yeah, because it's new.
It's new. Yeah. It's new. And don't get me wrong, I've lost people before, but not your mother. It's just very different. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very different. And she really was a big, huge energy in our family. And so without that energy, it's very noticeable. You know, some people kind of fade and you go, oh, that stinks. And I miss them. But then hers was just, it took up the room. You know, her laugh took up the room. Yeah. When she felt great. And so it's new. But I think navigating it would be as follows. The only advice I'm going to give in this. Allow yourself space to not do some of the things that you normally do, if that's how you feel. Allow each other in your family to do the same, because you're not all going to do it the same. And just because someone's putting flowers on the grave and just because someone's not, that doesn't mean they're hurting less or more. Yeah. It's just, I don't even go. It's just not something I find peace in or find connection into her. I don't find that there. But there are people in my family that really do. Yeah. And I love that they have that. Like that's their thing. My thing is very different. I want to walk outside and think about things. I want to watch videos. I want to see pictures. I want to talk about it. I want to talk about the fun thing we did. You know, that's the way I grieve. My dad goes to the cemetery like maybe 3 times a day. Yeah. And that's okay. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. It is his way of honoring her and dealing with what he's feeling. Yeah. I think it's learning to give space to each other too. So that's a loaded topic, but there we go.
It is. Yeah. I mean, whatever your family needs to do to get through, and eventually it becomes easier, but it never goes away. I saw this. Oh, I wish I had a pen. Oh, give me that pen. Okay. I'm using your notebook. I hope that's okay if I can find a blank page.
I'm like, sorry, I take a lot of notes in case you haven't noticed.
Jiminy crockies.
I have 6 of those.
Here. Okay.
6 notebooks.
I literally saw this the other day. Okay.
Is this what Gracie shared in the other grief podcast? That's going to be weird if it is.
No, it's not. Okay. Oh. So you're going through life and you're growing and you're learning, and life's like a spiral, you know, especially in growth. Therapy's not linear. And then you have grief, or it could be any trouble, but grief might be a little bit of a longer line like this. Like it comes in and disrupts. Other lines you might have, you know, things like that, divorce or this. You don't stop here, right? But it might take a lot of work to go around it. Then you kind of are coming back, and then you go around this one, and you go around this one, and each time, the first time, it's freaking hard. Yeah. But you're still going. And then you come back to it again.
And you're going to. Forever, by the way.
Forever. And, you know, that one maybe doesn't hurt as much now, but you still think about it on occasion. And then it starts to be like, you're still growing. But look how many years that's taking. And you're still not thinking about it.
Yeah, it's a disruption.
Yeah. And
it is supposed to be a disruption.
I don't know if you can see it. There it
is. There she is.
So you're still going around it. It's a huge disruption in your life. But you're still growing and you're still going on with life. And then eventually it's almost a full circle again. But with grief, it's going to stay. Like it's not going to go away, but it might get easier each time.
I would say maybe not easier. I would say you are not as jarred by it.
There. Because it doesn't really get easier.
It doesn't get easier, but you're not as shocked by it. Your system isn't as shocked.
As hard.
Yeah. It's not, I would say the pain is still exactly the same.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
But you have built life around it. So while it's the same, like Gracie said in her other podcast, she said it's the same size. It never
it doesn't
it never
shrink.
gets less, but I have built different kinds of life around it.
Yes. So there's a sense of that for a moment it might feel less, but it's not.
It's not less. Yeah.
Because
But
life keeps growing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have more taking up space.
Yeah. Like when I think about my uncle or my
Mm-hmm.
grandpa, it's like, it hurts. It hurts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think about it as often anymore
Because I have other
because
things
other
taking
things
up
going
space.
on.
Yes.
But man, when I still go back to it, it hurts.
Yes.
And I think the key there is like feeling allowed 15 years later to still feel that hurt.
Absolutely.
That's the hard part is people's lives go on. Your life is going on.
Mm-hmm.
But feeling like you have the permission to feel as hurt as day one,
yeah,
people think that's not okay. And it
yeah,
is.
you should be. You should be. It's all those you should be's.
Yeah.
And yeah, I watched someone have a post the other day about that actually, where they said, you should. You know, I kept hearing you should. And I said, oh my gosh, who wrote the book of should? Like get out of the book. Get out of the book of should.
That's so
Who says that with grief? Don't be telling people what to do. And, you know, if you're a believer, you're not supposed to be, you know, grieving as those with no hope. That's really not what he's.
Don't even get me started.
Don't get me started
Don't
either.
get me started.
Yeah. But what that means to me is that I'm not allowed to feel the depth of my love for the lost loved one.
Yeah,
That's what I feel like you're saying when you throw verses of scripture at me. When I'm saying, no, I get to feel however I need to feel.
Mm-hmm.
I get to feel that. That does not in any way mean that I should give up and not live life.
Right. Because you're
still building.
growing and you're still circling
I like
around
it.
it.
I like that. That was a great illustration.
You're still going to hit it.
Mm-hmm.
And that line that was drawn takes you right back to day one.
Yeah, grief is waves.
While you're still going around it and building life around it, you hit here, your thoughts go right there.
Yes.
Back to where it happened.
Yes.
And it's,
So let's think about those people who've lost people this year. It's been tough for a lot of people. And a lot of people I know had inconceivable loss. Just happened without anybody knowing that was going to happen.
Yeah.
And so think about those people and say their loved one's name. Encourage them that it's okay for them to be in that space with you and that you don't have to give them some placating answer.
No. I think sitting with it is the hardest thing for people to do.
Yeah.
And knowing what to say. Yeah, knowing what to say because you do want to fix it for them and you want to make your friend not hurt. And I think one of those things is asking, like, how can I be there for you? And they may not know. But if you do have something specific I can do for you, I think for you, and I love it, is when you, every day, I hear a story about your mom. And it makes me feel like a part of, I mean, I've always, like, a part of it with you and being able to remember her with you. And I think it's, people don't want to say people's names that have
They think it's going to remind you.
Yeah, and it's like you want to be reminded.
It's already in there.
Yeah.
I can promise you. It never leaves you. So it's already there. But when someone draws attention to it, then you go, oh, you thought about it too.
Yeah, she still means something
you
to you.
Joined me in that. And yeah, that's why I think it's important. And I think the thing is, yeah, you're right. No one knows what they need. No one knows what they need. So I always say, just do. Yeah. Just do. If you're going to the store, drop them off some on their porch. Yeah. If you're going, out to eat and you're thinking about them, put some dessert on their porch and tell them it's there. And don't bother them.
Love language is do it for them.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
matter.
They could be like, this is ridiculous, but they thought of me.
Yes. Yes.
So
yes, err on the side of just do something. They may not can respond. Don't expect that. Yeah. But let them know you're there and that you're thinking. Yeah. And I think that's important because, nobody knows what they need. You just don't. I mean, if people ask me that all the time, I'll be like, don't know.
I
If I
don't
knew
even
that.
know how I got out of bed today.
That's
so
right. That's right. That was all she could do today.
Yep.
So yeah. All right. Well, good. I think we've tackled some holiday crisis.
hopefully we can avert
We have
some
avoided
crisis.
some. We have helped avoid some disheartening
Plate breaking, maybe.
well, we'll see. Opa.
Bye.
Bye.
That concludes the Mind Your Business podcast for today. We hope you enjoyed it and come back next time.